Hello, welcome back. Just getting started. Go ahead and grab a mat or a comfortable place to sit or lay down. We're gonna do some wall work today, optionally, so you might want to find an empty wall space for the end of class. And you can pick your own music, or I've shared a link to Spotify that you might enjoy. If you have blocks, maybe bring them to the front of your mat, or maybe sit on a block in the center. Go ahead and start in a nice, comfortable, easy pose. Imagine yourself sitting against a wall, shoulders relaxed. Eyes can close. Palms on your knees, face up, or wrists on your knees, palms face up. And start to breathe primarily through your nose. Nice, slow, deliberate breaths to center and ground yourself. Yoga is many things. One way to think of it is the combination of your breath, your mind, and your body. And start with the foundation of your breath and just breathe nice and deliberately and slowly through your nose. And do your best to just focus your mind on the present, not the past, not the future, just what you're doing in that moment. And do your best with your body. Don't worry about it if you can't do something perfectly. There is no perfection in yoga. Just do your best. If something doesn't make sense, that's okay. Just do what you can. If something's too challenging, modify it, make it easier. If you'd like more of a challenge, push yourself a bit harder. And as you sit here, maybe set an intention for your practice today. This is being recorded during the coronavirus stay-at-home stuff in 2020. So a lot of good intentions for now might be related to calmness or practicing patience or kindness, love, compassion, whatever's right for you, maybe balance. And just make sure you're still sitting up nice and tall. Maybe those breaths are getting slower and more deliberate. Just try and find a roughly equal count between the inhale and the exhale. My dog likes to join us sometimes for yoga, and her favorite toys are rocks, and she likes to drop them on me or beside me. And it's a reminder, yoga is not about everything, all your conditions being perfect and focused. It's just about embracing where you're at. Yoga is something you can do almost anywhere and find benefit from it. Go ahead and open your eyes, place your hands on your knees, and just start to rock in small circles. Just trying to open up the hips and glutes and maybe switch directions. Inhale your arms slowly up overhead, and exhale, slowly release your hands down beside you to the earth. And do this a couple more times with your own breath, inhaling up and exhaling down. I'm a big proponent of starting with the spine and the muscles around it and working my way out from there. So we'll do a fairly deliberate opening sequence, and then we'll get into it. From the top, lower your right hand beside your right hip and lean to the right. And you can look down at your right hand forward or up under your arm. Just explore whichever version of this is right for you. With each exhale, you might bend a little deeper. Maybe your forearm starts to come towards the earth. Just keep that both glutes planted if you can. Inhale, slowly rise up. And exhale, lean to the left. And again, look down in front of you or under your arm. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lean to the right again. This time, look somewhere else. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, rise up. Put your hands on your knees and shrug your shoulders up and back a few times. And then forward and back a few times. Inhale, look down at your right shoulder, and exhale, slowly rotate your head down through the center and over to the left, and then continue to rotate, pausing anywhere that feels uncomfortable, breathing into it. Continue with your own breath. After a few rotations, pause in center, start to slowly rotate in the other direction. Start to feel the muscles in your neck and shoulders start to relax and open up a bit. You might feel some crunching or some noises getting made. Or maybe your neck's in much better shape than mine and you don't have that wonderful Rice Krispie experience when you rotate your neck. From neutral, I'm going to remove this block that's underneath me. Inhale your arms up overhead and exhale, twist to your right. Right hand behind you, left hand outside your right quad. Sit up tall and rotate and look over your right shoulder if you can, twisting primarily from the belly, sitting up tall and twisting. Each exhale, maybe twisting a little bit deeper. Keeping a twist in your body, slowly rotate your head only forward, looking over your left shoulder. And exhale, release. Change the cross of your legs. Throw a rock for your dog. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to your left. Sitting up nice and tall. Continuing to breathe. Keep the twist in your body. Rotate your head only forward. And look over your right shoulder. And exhale, release. Place your hands on your shins. We do a seated cat-cow. Inhale. Bring your belly and chest forward. Shoulders back. Head looking forward. And exhale, round straight at the bottom of your spine and working your way up to your head. Inhale forward for cow. Exhale round for cat. And continue with your own breath. Moving between a seated cat-cow variation. The more you pull on your hands, the more you'll feel it through your back and spine and arms. One more time, inhaling forward, exhaling round, return to neutral. Inhale, bring your hands together and release your fingers and point your hands away from you. And bring your arms up on the inhale and exhale round for your cat. Arms parallel to the earth. Inhale, straighten and up. Exhale round. Continue with your own breath between this other cat-cow alternative. Lita. Lita. My wife keeps forgetting her headphones aren't on. Yeah, maybe go to another room. And relax. Now we're going to do teeter-totters. Bring one hand facing me, or you, the other hand facing away. Get a nice grip on your hands. Babe, come on. Inhale, one arm up, the other down. Exhale, return to neutral. Inhale, the other arm up. Exhale to neutral. Just moving your arms, getting a nice stretch in the side of your neck. Continuing to breathe. Opening up the side of your neck and your arms and shoulders and hands and wrists. Once more on each side. Return to neutral. Looking at my dog. Bring your legs forward, sit up nice and tall. And just sit here for a moment. Engage your quads and hamstrings and calves. Sitting up tall. It actually takes a fair amount of work just to sit up straight without support. Now we're going to inhale our arms up overhead. And exhale, fold forward. You can be very gentle. Maybe you don't even come close to your feet. Maybe your palms just face up. You bring your hands under your calves if you'd like for a little support. Just don't force the fold, but surrender instead. Inhale, slowly rise up. We're going to just come to our hands and knees by bending our knees. As you'll often hear me say in yoga, when your hands are on the earth, your fingers are spread wide. You're actively engaging with your outer two fingers, your pointer or middle fingers facing forward, your elbows are slightly bent, and you engage with your triceps, and you create as little space between your hands and the earth as possible, and this allows you to take pressure off your wrists and get a nice grip. Your knees are roughly hip width apart, either directly under your hips or an inch or two behind. Now we're doing that same cat-cow sequence, and the key is you start with the lower part of the spine, and we're not swinging the head. So we're going to inhale, lower our belly, lower our chest, shoulders back, and your head might look forward. And exhale, round, starting at the bottom and working your way up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, round. Inhale, lower. Exhale, round. You can continue to just stay with this cat-cow, or you could bring your right leg back behind you, parallel to the earth, toes pointed down. And exhale, round your knee to your forehead. And this is still another variation of cat-cow. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend back, and you could continue doing that, or stay in cat-cow, or you could bring your left hand forward and bring your knee to your elbow. Opposite arm extending and rounding. Extend and round. On your next extension, hold it for a breath. And then you could bend your back knee, bring your top hand up to meet your foot. Glide your chest and heart forward, shoulder back. Kick gently into your hand if you'd like. And then lower your hand, keep your foot raised and bring it outside the left side of your mat and tap twice and arc up and over. Tapping twice on each side, breathing deliberately back and forth. And focusing on height over speed or width. Once more on each side. And then surrender. Your knees wide, toes together for child's pose. Forehead to the earth, hands forward. Hips back towards your feet. You're welcome to stay here in child's pose. Or slowly walk your hands off to the right side of your mat and re-surrender into twisted child's pose. This will give you a nice stretch on your side of your body, in your case, the left side. You inhale, slowly walk forward, and exhale, walk off to the other side if you're taking the twists. Inhale, walk back to center. Come back to hands and knees. Same grip as before. You can do cat-cow, or you can inhale your right leg behind you, toes pointed down. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. On your next extension, you could bring your right hand forward, opposite knee to elbow if you'd like. Continue breathing, rounding and extending. Your next extension, hold it for a breath. Then you have the option to bend your knee, hand back to your foot, open your heart, chest comes forward, shoulders remain back. Bring the hand to the earth and come to moon. Foot to the right side of your mat, tap twice, arc up and over, tapping twice on each side. Breathing on each side, focusing on height, doing your best. Both balance and nervous system and breath and stretching. It's a really nice sequence to open up for some of the things we do in yoga. Once more on each side. And then return your foot to the earth. Curl the toes under. We're going to come through down dog. You can bend one knee and straighten the other leg. Trying to bring your heels towards the earth, if that's right for you. You can stay here or glide forward to plank. And exhale, bend your knees, but hover for bear and then straighten. You can stay in down dog, or you can go through that sequence again, plank to bear to down dog. And just stay here for a few breaths. And inhale, slowly walk your hands back to your feet. And exhale, fold forward. Surrender your head towards the earth. Maybe grab one elbow with the opposite hand. Maybe through the action of trying to straighten your legs, you very gently sway side to side, but don't force it to sway other than the act of straightening one leg more than the other causes you to sway slightly. Each exhale, maybe you surrender your head a little bit lower. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, slowly rise up to mountain. Stand tall, triceps engaged, hands forward, shoulders relaxed back, quads engaged. Inhale your arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers and point them up towards the sky, your hands. And exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, rise up through center. Lift up. And exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, rise up through center. Relax the bind, cactus the arms. Inhale, lift your right heel. And exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, return through center. Lower your right heel, lift your left heel. And exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, return your hands beside you. Inhale your arms up overhead, interlace your fingers and keep the pointer finger sticking out. And exhale, lean back and look up. And exhale, bring the hands to your low back. Either your hands pointing down and your shoulders back or your fingers interlaced behind you. Inhale, look back up again, and exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. And if your fingers are interlaced, maybe bring your arms up behind you and up over your head. Stay here for a few breaths. Exhale, release. Bring your hands through the path, swipe the earth, and then rise through chair. Knees bent, upper body back up. Arms straight overhead, beside your ears. Inhale, slowly rise up. And exhale, maybe come onto your toes, lifting your heels. Exhale, release your heels. Fold from your hips and swan dive to the earth. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins for half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. And slowly walk yourself forward into a plank. And from plank, you have the option for side plank. You can bring your right knee to the earth, left leg straight back, left arm up, or you can lift your left leg, or you can stack your legs, or you can stack your legs and lift your top leg. Okay, do a good side plank is lift from your hips, keep your toes curled back on both feet, bend that elbow, engage your tricep, and keep your body in a single plane. Exhale, return through plank, and inhale, rise up on the other side. And exhale, return to plank. And from plank, come through dolphin by just lowering onto your forearms if you'd like, or come through down dog. If you're in dolphin, maybe walk yourself a little further forward. Maybe bring one leg up in the air behind you and plant your toes and bring the other leg up. Plant your toes. And then return to down dog. Inhale your right leg in the air behind you. And exhale, glide it forward, coming into low lunge. Back knee plants. Inhale, lean back with your arms and hips. Exhale, glide forward, open your arms up. Take a full revolution with your arms. Inhale, arms up by your ears. Inhale, lean to your right. Right arm under your hamstring, left arm up overhead. Your next inhale, come back up. Switch sides for your lean. Inhale, rise back up. Inhale your right hand, your right hip. Exhale, lean forward. Help decompress the spine and then twist. Elbow outside your knee. Maybe your hands come towards heart center. Inhale, return to center. Straighten that front leg for a gentle half split. Inhale, walk yourself forward, plant your hands, come through standing splits. Front leg straight, back leg straight, front knee towards your front, forehead towards your front knee. Exhale, bend, return to low lunge. Knees come together behind you for a narrow knee child's pose for a couple breaths. Keeping your hands planted, shoulders and forearms parallel. Glide yourself forward for up dog or cobra. And exhale for down dog. Inhale your left leg up in the air behind you. Exhale, glide it forward. Come down for a low lunge. Inhale, lean back, heart open. Exhale, glide forward. Arms up overhead and take a nice full revolution. Arms up, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, lean to your left. Left hand under your hamstring, right hand overhead. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, lean to your left. Inhale, rise up. Nice and tall. The more the shoulders relax, the more the arms will go straight. Inhale your left hand to your left hip. Exhale, right arm forward. And then take the twist. And again, that leaning forward before you twist helps decompress the spine, makes the twist easier to achieve. Exhale, release the twist. Inhale, lean back for half splits. Exhale, walk forward, plant your hands, come up through standing splits. Forehead towards your knee, legs are straight. Exhale, plant your hands, come back down to child's pose. Just realized something, I'm just gonna send a text. I see our cricket over there, I mean our gecko over there, and she looks hungry for crickets. So I think I just sent her a message before I forgot. You're not supposed to think about such things in yoga, but sometimes you just see it and you don't want to forget to feed your pet. Inhale, slowly come forward through up dog or cobra. And exhale for down dog. Inhale, walk your hands slowly back to your feet. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up through chair. Exhale, straighten, rise onto your toes if you'd like. And exhale, release the heels, fold forward. Inhale, walk yourself forward to down dog for a couple breaths. Inhale, your right leg in the air behind you. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hips. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, glide it forward. This time, rise up through crescent. On the balls of that back foot, back leg straight, front knee is bent. Shoulders relaxed, hip forward, arms up. Inhale, lean your arms back, hover and hold. Exhale, rise back up. Inhale, your right hand to your right hip. Exhale, lean forward, take a twist. You can stay in this twist, or you can open your arms up inside, or you can come to revolved side angle if you prefer. Whatever you're doing, just try to keep that back leg straight and engaged. And this top hand doesn't lead, it follows. So it's not forcing your shoulder open. You lead with your core and your arm follows. Exhale, return to center. Bump that back foot up for pyramid. If you have those blocks at the front of your mat, you might want to frame your foot. Stand up tall first. Your legs are in separate tracks like they would be in Warrior A. Your legs are bent, hands on your hips. Starting tall, we're just going to fold forward until that back wants to start rounding. So it might just be a couple of inches, or it might be all the way down. Just depends on how flexible your hamstrings and back are and hips. And then bend that front knee, surrender all the way forward, rounding. And then straighten that front knee with just keeping a micro bend in that knee. Your hands can be on blocks or come towards the earth. Your forehead can come towards your knee. And then bend that front knee. Move the blocks, come back up through high lunge. Or fly up through Warrior C. Or standing L if you need to place your hands on the earth. Front leg mostly straight, back leg mostly straight. Back leg and upper body parallel to the earth. Hips point down. And exhale, fold forward. Bring that back knee behind that front knee for sort of a curtsy squat. And exhale, plant your hands. Come through high lunge. Bring your leg back for three-legged dog and take a Vinyasa Flow with your leg, your foot either on the earth or in the air. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale for up dog. And exhale for down dog. And take a few breaths here in down dog. Believe it or not, this is a resting pose. Inhale your left leg up in the air behind you. Exhale, bend your knee. Stack your hips over each other. Inhale, straighten that left leg behind you. And exhale, glide it forward. And rise up through crescent. Front knee bent, back knee straight. Inhale, lean forward and then bring your arms back, hover and hold. Inhale, rise back up through crescent. Inhale, left hand to your left hip. Exhale, lean forward with that right hand and then twist. And you can stay here in this twist. Open up your arms or come through revolved side angle with your right hand inside your left foot, left arm up. Exhale, release the twist. Bump that back foot up. Get your blocks around your foot again. Rise up for pyramid, starting tall, hands on your hips. Exhale, fold forward until your back wants to start to round. Engaging your hamstrings and quads on both legs. And then bend that front knee. Fold forward and then re-straighten that knee most of the way for pyramid again. Exhale, bend that front knee, plant your hands. Come back through high lunge. Fly up through warrior C. Whichever variation's right for you. Inhale, bring that back knee behind the front knee for a little curtsy. And exhale, plant your hands, come back through lunge. And take your Vinyasa Flow, high push-up to low push-up, up dog or cobra to down dog. From down dog, walk your hands back to your feet. Heel toe your feet out wide, toes out, heels in. Rise up tall and then sit down for a yogi squat. If this is too much, you can bring your forearms under your hamstrings between your knees, or sit on a block. Or you can bring your elbows into your knees, or you can straighten your arms out. You can stay here or come into a crow. Come into a crow, you just plant your hands. Bring your knees towards your armpits or triceps and look forward. And your center of gravity is a lot further forward than you might realize. Or just be comfortable sitting in a squat. Plant your hands, straighten your knees. Walk yourself forward into a dolphin or a down dog. Dolphin's like down dog, except your forearms are planted and you're looking forward instead of back. And dolphin, your heels probably won't reach to the earth. Surrender down to child's pose. Wide knees, arms forward. You can stay here at a thread the needle. Right arm up overhead, under the left arm. The left arm can reach up and over outside your right hip if you'd like. Continue breathing wherever you're at. If you're threading the needle, release the twist on this side and switch directions. Left hand under your right arm. Right arm maybe up and over, twisting for a twisted, threaded child's pose if you'd like. Inhale, come back through center. Plant your hands. Come up through down dog. Inhale your right leg in the air behind you, and exhale, glide it forward through warrior A. Your legs are on separate tracks, front knees bent, back legs straight. Hips are forward, shoulders relaxed. Arms up, and find equal balance between your front and back leg. Inhale, bring your hands together, your foot back, warrior B. Now your back foot's out at a 90-degree angle. Your upper body's up and vertical. Your legs, your heels are aligned. Shoulders relaxed. And look over your front hand. Hands actively pulling in opposite directions, keeping that front knee bent. Inhale, flip that front palm, lean forward. And then lean back for reverse warrior. That leaning forward again helps decompress the spine. Helps make it more approachable. And then keeping the arms where they are, straighten that front knee and lift that top hand up higher for reverse triangle. Keep the legs where they are. Inhale the arms to warrior B arms. And exhale, lean forward and then tilt for triangle. Actively lifting that top hand up, keeping that top shoulder on the same plane as your legs. This bottom hand can just stay in your quad, your shin. It could lean further forward, but not at the expense of actively lifting up. So this is a good place to be for triangle. So is that, as long as you're actively lifting up. Exhale, bend that front knee, come through side angle. Your forearm can be on your quad. Your hand can reach down towards your foot, inside your leg. You could take a wrap if you'd like. If you take the wrap, try to keep that top shoulder in the same plane as your leg. And exhale, release the twist for lunge. We're gonna come through half moon. Let's bring that right hand outside in front of your right foot. And top leg up, parallel to the earth. Maybe that top hand comes up. Maybe you float off with both hands, maybe you don't. Exhale, release. Back through warrior B. And come out to the side. Heel toe your feet out wide for wide-legged forward fold. You can stay here. Come onto your forearms. You can take a headstand. I'm gonna go to the wall for a headstand. The floor is really slippery. I almost fell. That's funny. If you're in your headstand, go ahead and come out of it. From wide-legged forward fold, come up through half lift. Bring your hands to your hips. Rise up, heel toe your feet closer together. Heels out, or heels in, toes out. Come up through goddess. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, bend your knees and elbows. Maybe come onto your toes, lifting your heels. Maybe gently bring your hands behind your head and just lean slowly from side to side without pulling on your neck. And exhale, release. Back up through star. Hands to your hips. Back out to wide-legged forward fold. But just come down to half lift. Walk yourself forward to a lunge. Take a Vinyasa Flow, high push-up to low push-up. Up dog to down dog. Remember this, I'm gonna switch around. Inhale your left leg up in the air behind you. Exhale, glide it forward through warrior A. Front knees bent, back leg straight. Separate tracks. Back foot's out a 45-degree angle. Hips forward, shoulders relaxed. Arms up. The more your shoulders relaxed, the straighter your arms can go. Sorry, that's my dog. Inhale, bring your hands together. And exhale for warrior B. Heels are now on the same track. Your upper body remains vertical. Just continue to relax. Breathe. Keeping the front knee bent. Inhale, lean forward, flip your front palm. Lean back for reverse warrior. Now, keep the arms where they are. Exhale, straighten that front knee. Top hand up a little higher for reverse triangle. Inhale. Keep the legs where they are. Arms to warrior B arms. Exhale, lean forward. And tilt for triangle. Again, the first priority is top hand up, top shoulder back. And now you can stay right there, hand on your shin. But if you can actively keep lifting, you could lean down. That's not necessary. The primary focus is find equal effort between each side of your body. Exhale, bend that front knee for side angle. Whichever variation is right for you. And we're gonna come through half moon. Plant that left hand outside the foot. Straighten the legs, hips to the side. Exhale, return to warrior B and heel toe out for wide-legged forward fold again. You can stay here. Fold forward. You can bring your hands way forward and wide into a really wide down dog if you'd like. Inhale, slowly walk your hands back to your feet. Or skip the goddess on this side, you're welcome. Walk yourself through a lunge. Take your last Vinyasa Flow, the sequence, high push-up to low push-up. Up dog or cobra. To down dog. Come onto your knees. Hips forward, we're gonna do camel. Arms up overhead. Exhale your hands to your low back. Elbows behind you if you'd like. Hips forward, shoulders back, chest forward. You can stay here or curl your toes under. Maybe you reach your hands towards or on your heels or your feet. Relax your hands to your hips. Come down to hands and knees for a moment. Grab a quick sip of water. From hands and knees, inhale your right leg back behind you. Exhale, glide it forward outside your hands. For high lizard or humble warrior. You can stay here. Come onto your forearms or forearms on a block for low lizard. Or you can take a balancing posture by bringing your hands outside, facing outward, and resting your body on your forearms, floating in the air. Or my favorite, bird of paradise. Right leg out. Soles of the right foot on the earth, right arm under the right leg. Cheek on the left side on the earth, looking over at your right foot. And just surrender. This looks challenging. It's really not once you get comfortable with it. And just wherever you're at in any of these postures, continue to breathe. Continue to relax. Wherever you're at, slowly rise up. Back through high lizard. Exhale, straighten that front leg for half splits. Or slide your foot a bit further forward for a fuller expression of the posture. Put a block under your hamstring or under your hands if that helps. Slowly walk back up. We're gonna come into pigeon, heel toe your foot out. If you have bad knees, just come onto your back and do a figure 4. Otherwise, start tall in high pigeon. Check your alignment as your shin is parallel to the front of your mat as possible. As your knee outside your hip, you could put a block under your hip if you'd like. Hands on your hips, rising tall, and you could stay here. Or slowly come down to your forearms. If that feels good, surrender all the way to the earth. If you still need more, you could bend your elbows for a little tricep stretch and glide the triceps a little further forward and bring your hands together and your thumbs to your C7, the big bump in the back of your neck. You can stay here a few more breaths. Or walk yourself back up and take active pigeon by planting your right hand in front of your right shin, bending your left knee, left foot behind, hand behind your left foot. Maybe your right hand comes up, maybe it comes over. Maybe your back elbow wraps around your foot and your hands reach overhead behind you. Maybe they don't, mine don't. Exhale, slowly release, plant your hands. Straighten that left leg. Right leg up near behind you, 3-legged dog. Bend your knees, stack your hips, and take some circles. Or flip your dog for wild thing. Or maybe come down for wheel from here. I'm not comfortable enough to do that, but I'm working on it. Exhale, return to hands and knees and just rock your hips side to side. Or you plant your alignment. Left leg back, parallel to the earth, toes pointed down. Exhale, left foot forward, outside your hands for high lizard. Start here for a few breaths. Or maybe lower your forearms to the earth or onto a block. Or maybe bring your hands out wide for balancing posture. Or maybe straighten your leg for bird of paradise. Relaxing your hips. It doesn't feel as relaxing today as it normally does. That's what I get for taking a couple days off. Slowly rise back up. The high lizard, straighten that front leg. Come for half splits or a fuller expression of splits, whatever is right for you. These postures should not be done to pain, just to mildly challenging, mildly discomfortable, dull ache. Inhale, slowly bend that front knee. Come onto your back for figure four, or heel toe your foot out for pigeon. Start nice and tall. If that feels good, slowly surrender to the earth. Whichever variation feels right for you. Do what's right for you. It's not to impress me or impress yourself. Just do what's right for your body and for you today. You can stay here a few more breaths. Or walk yourself up for active pigeon. Left hand in front of left shin, right knee bent. Grab that right foot. Maybe your left hand comes forward or maybe up overhead. Or behind your head, I mean. And exhale, release. Plant your hands, straighten that right leg, left leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hips, maybe take a few circles or flip your dog for wild thing. And exhale, release to center. Plant your hands, take a couple cat-cows, lower your belly, chest forward for cow. Round your spine for cat. Inhale for cow, and exhale for cat. Inhale for cow, and exhale for cat. Just checking the time. Let's go ahead and lower ourselves onto the mat for Sphinx or Seal. Elbows further away from your body, make it easier. It's just a low back stretch. You can straighten your arms, plant your feet. And exhale, slowly release. Roll onto your back. Bring your knees to your chest. Gently rock side to side. And bring your feet up towards the sky. Hands outside your feet for happy baby. Just gently rock side to side. Maybe your feet come together for reclined butterfly. And bend your knees, arms out like a T. And we'll take a quick and gentle spinal twist. Exhale, knees off to your left. Look over your right shoulder. Keep that right shoulder planted, right hand planted. You might bring a block underneath or between your knees for more support. Or you might straighten your legs out towards your hand if you can keep everything planted and that feels better for you. Inhale slowly back through center. And exhale, spinal twist to the left. Or to the opposite side, to the right for you. My left is your right, and sometimes I get confused. Keep that opposite shoulder from your knees planted. Look over that hand. Maybe straighten the legs all the way out towards your hand, if that's right for you. Continue breathing. Do what's right for you. Inhale, rise back through center. Plant your feet wide and just windshield wiper your legs side to side, knees side to side real quick. And then you can either do legs up the wall, either in the middle of the room with a block and your feet up the air, or with an actual wall. Or you can do shoulder stand, bridge, handstand, headstand, whatever you feel like against the wall. We're a little short on time today. Sometimes I just don't know where the time goes. So I'm gonna bring my hips right against the wall and I'm gonna do a bridge, first legs up the wall for a moment, and I'm gonna plant my feet and rise up through a bridge, resting on my shoulders and my feet. And then from here, I'm gonna bring my hands to my low back, And rise up through shoulder stand for a while. Can't really talk when I do shoulder stand. After shoulder stand, I'm going to do plow. Less wall work than normal today, but I think that's okay. You're more than welcome to pause the video and do handstands and headstands and wheel with the wall. Do some bridges, whatever's right for you, but I'm just going to bring my legs up the wall for a couple moments for an inverted Shavasana. Just continue to breathe, relax. You could also bring the soles of your feet together for a reclined butterfly. Or you could bring your feet out wide. I don't quite have the space on this wall, so I don't want to tear the curtains down, so I'll probably pass on that for now. Likely excuse, right? You're welcome to stay in any inversion you want, or you're welcome to come back down to your mat for a traditional Shavasana. Feet out wide, shoulders relaxed, back of your head relaxed. You might lift your head. It's a little notch in the back of your head's resting. There's no creases in the back of your head as you're resting. Palms face up, fingers spread wide. Legs wide, toes out, heels in. And just breathe and reflect. You're welcome to, again, pause the video and stay in Shavasana for a while. Or you're welcome to start wiggling your fingers and toes. Maybe windshield wipering your ankles and wrists side to side. Maybe take some circles with your hands and wrists and ankles and feet. Inhale, stretch your arms up overhead, your heels away from you. Maybe reach one arm up higher and then the other arm higher again. Bend your knees, grab your hands on your shins, give yourself a hug and gently rock side to side. And then bring one arm up overhead and roll to that side for a couple breaths. And just relax. And inhale, slowly rise up. Maybe sit on the edge of a block or a towel or blanket. An easy pose. Inhale, slowly bring your arms up overhead. And exhale, release. Nice and slow. This is like how we started class. We will end it. A couple more times. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhale up one more time and maybe just reflect on how you feel now compared to start of class. Exhale down. And inhale up just to bring your hands to heart center. Fingers spread wide like that. Palms to your sternum. May you find balance in unbalancing times. May you find joy and peace throughout your day. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Namaste. That felt great for me, at least. Thank you for joining me. And I will see you soon. As well, Trixie. Bye-bye.